Good morning, everybody. How are you? I hope you're well on this lovely, bright, gorgeous Tuesday morning. And what a change to yesterday. Yesterday was a bit cold and a bit overcast. Today we have the lovely sunshine. So I hope you're all keeping well. As you will see, it's just me. I promise you, Angela is okay, but she's just very tired. I think the last few weeks have caught up with her. So I've told her to take the day off and sleep in as long as she needs to. And I'm sure she'll be back with us tomorrow. So as it's me flying solo today, I do have a few things next to me that we're going to kind of go through. We'll go through the usual Gogglefrogs. So please do post your pictures. It's Throwback Tuesday. There's a couple on there already. So do show us a project of old. And we'll go through those later on. Also, anything else that you want to post in Gogglefrogs, please do. Facebook page is Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter. So music this morning. I hope you're ready for a bit of a boogie. So here we go, which is where I heard it for the first time. Fantastic. So I hope you're all doing a little bit of a boogie there. And foot tapping. Good morning and welcome to Gogglefrogs. For those of you that joined us through the musical interlude, you will see I'm flying solo today. I promise you Angela is absolutely fine. I just spoke to her last night. She was absolutely shattered. So I said, take the day off. I'm sure I can cope on my own. And I have you lovely people to talk back to me. So please do. Right. So let's do some good mornings. And as I'm in control, I get to decide today. Ooh, shall we vary it up a little bit? I'm going to go from the middle. I'm going to start with Marion Wildy. Good morning, Marion. And then we have Safia. Morning, Safia. Sally. Morning, Sally. We have Trisha. Morning, Trisha. We have Marion Dye. Morning, Marion. We have Linda Ellis. Morning, Linda. We have Judy. Morning, Judy. We have Georgie. Morning, Georgie. We have Dawn. Morning, Dawn. And we have Brigitte. Good morning, Brigitte. I hope you noticed, Brigitte, that I didn't start until I knew you'd gone out of the room and back in again. And then the camera came on. So I'm not going to do that every day, but I thought I'd do it this morning just for you. Right. Let's catch up with the comments that we've got so far. We have lots of good mornings. Brigitte says that's a good start. Presenters aren't there. Oh, they are now. Well, Robert is. Yes, just me today. And then Trisha says, think you've sent the weather up here. Oh, does that mean it's quite cold and miserable up there? I'm really sorry. Dawn says lovely day for a walk. Brigitte says no surprise with Angela, she has been a hero. Marion says please send my love. And then Marion says, I agree with Brigitte. Sally says, hope it's sunny wherever you are. Brigitte says, that got the blood flowing. Safi says, yes, love the jam. Dawn says, another blast from the past. Great band. George said, enjoyed that, had a boogie while Nick's doing breakfast. And Brigitte says, I'm a star. Well, the show must go on, as they say. And this has always been a duo or a trio. So we'll see how we go as a solo act this morning. So wish me luck is all I can say. Right, I thought I would start this morning by oh, and good morning everybody on replay. Sorry. Always forget that tiny little bit. I thought I would start this morning by we have been talking about cast-ons yesterday, and to when I was researching today what I would do for today's cast-on, yesterday we looked at the long tail cast-on, and Brigitte explained why she does it with 2 needles. Whilst I was looking for today's, I started with the old Norwegian cast-on, which I think is the same as the long tail cast-on and is also the German cast-on. So I think we kind of covered 3 different named cast-ons in one yesterday. So what I thought we would start with today is we'll do the Turkish cast-on today. And I do have the video lined up. So here we go. This one is a bit of a long one. but it's worth the investment. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with the Turkish cast on, apparently it's used where you have two pieces of knitting that you want to show as one without a seam in it. And hopefully the video will explain more. It's more commonly used in socks, according to my research. So here we go. So before we talk about that video, I'm just going to say good morning to the people that have come in while we've been playing that. So good morning, Linda Phillips, and good morning, Evelyn, and good morning, Deborah. You've missed a lovely musical interlude introduction, and as you can see, I'm flying solo today. So I will got lots of things to talk about today. So the things that I want to talk about from that video are the first thing I noticed is you lose your slip knot starter, and I think looking through all the cast on methods that I saw yesterday, that is the only one where you lose the slip knot, and it's so you have a completely invisible seam. The second thing is that is the same as the magic loop cast on. So if you're already familiar with the magic loop cast on, that is it. So we said yesterday that some things have the same name but are the same but are known by different names. So that's another two that I wrote down yesterday off the list. So back tomorrow with another cast on, and I think we've got enough left for the rest of the week. So let's catch up on some of the chat. Sally says we'll be trying that in the near future. Trisha says that was very clever. Evelyn says good morning. Brigitte says thank you for that. It's in the book which I mentioned to you yesterday, Robert. The book that I have now ordered. And Linda says that was so clever. Thank you. Not heard of it before. You're welcome. I will post the link to that video in Gogglefrogs Facebook page. And you can watch it over and over and over and over again. The second thing I want to talk about is the Knit Companion app, which somebody spoke about yesterday. And I have to say, I didn't realise. So anybody who weaves, crochets, cross-stitch, tapestry, it says you can even use it for cooking. It's a fantastic app. All you do is you find the pattern that you want and you import it as a PDF. Now, if you have Dropbox or the pattern is on Ravelry, it will automatically put it into PDF format for you to use on the app. And it's got a cross section, it's got row counters for different colors. And I've only played with it for 10 minutes this morning, but wow, complete life-changing, game-changing app. Absolutely amazing. Anybody who has a smartphone or a tablet, I definitely recommend it. I will post the full name of it in Gogglefrogs, but if you want to have a little look now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's this little logo on the bottom here. Whoops, where's my finger? There we go. And it's even got a knitting logo on it. And it's so simple to use, and it's called Knit Companion. So what's the next thing I want to talk about? Let's do woolly things. That's what we're here for. So it was my birthday on Saturday. Thank you all very much for your warm wishes. Thank you for everybody who sent me a card. And I just want to talk through some of the lovely presents that I got. So let me start with, surprisingly, I only got one woolly gift from Gary, but he doesn't know how much wool I've got. So the first thing I got was this. I think we all know what's in here. Look. Isn't that beautiful? I only asked for 24 and I got 40. And he said to me, what are you going to do with it? So then I mentioned steeking, and I don't think I'm going to use this for steeking. It's too nice. It's very pretty. So I think it might just stay in the cupboard for absolutely ages. So that was the first woolly thing that I got. The second thing that I got was, do you remember last week I had a delivery on Wednesday's Gogglefrog that was from Monty and the Squid? Well, in it was Mothy and the Squid. In it was this gorgeous yarn. So this is their yarn of the month. And this is Leafy Sea Dragon. It's 75% merino, 25% nylon, 420 meters, and you use it on 2 to 3 millimeter needles. Now, in the box was also a picture of the Leafy Sea Dragon, and then on the back, an explanation as to how they'd taken the colours and about the animal itself. And then I also got a little fridge magnet as a constant reminder of what I got for my birthday. How lovely is that? But then, to top it all off, this lovely card in the bottom of it, a matching stitch marker. So definitely recommend them. This wool is fabulous. One of the nicest, softest yarns I've ever had the pleasure of touching, let alone owning. And I would highly recommend it now. Absolutely gorgeous yarn. So that was woolly present number 2. Woolly present number 3 was a bit of a self-indulgent. Now, I've been joining an American knitting group 3 times a week, and one of the guys there owns a website called The Perfect Pearl. But now, before you all rush to it, they don't ship to the UK. However, what I did find on there was this, and I managed to find it in the UK. So I ordered it on Thursday for myself, and it came on Friday. And I told Gary it was an anonymous birthday present. But let me show you what it is. It's a piece of leather strap that wraps around your wrist using said fastener and said hole. But what's even better about it is it's a tape measure. How amazing is that? So I can wear it as a wristband all the time to keep me sane, and when I'm having a stressful moment at work, I can think about all the woolly things that I have at home and look forward to, and it just literally wraps around your wrist like that. Brilliant, loved it. So just had to have it. It was kind of my backup in case I didn't like anything else that Gary got me. But he spoilt me, and I got lots of lovely stuff. And then the last thing, oh my god, the person who gave me this is on Gogglefrogs today, and I have to say my mouth dropped. Do you remember me talking about the Harry Potter jumper that wasn't big enough and had to go back? Da, 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 da. And just wow, I'm absolutely gobsmacked at what's in here. You can see on the front there's a knitted Cornish pixie, there's a knitted headwig, there's this lovely 9 3/4 platform scarf, and then the reason I wanted it, for those of you that have never seen it, is this jumper here. And this is the jumper that we're talking about that was ordered, and it's too small. And in here it shows you how to make it, and you pick your base color and then your letter color, and as you go through it you have charts for all letters, and that is exactly what I'm going to replicate. at some point when I finish my other jumper. So there we go. As you can see, lots of woolly things, very spoilt again. So let's catch up on talk. Brigitte says, I won't regret ordering the book. Georgie says, wow, that was clever. That was to the video. Trisha says, fab. Brigitte says, a woolly pizza. Yes, it was. It was a woolly pizza. Safia says, eek, gorgeous. Evelyn says, uh-oh. Georgie says, love your yarn from Gary. Linda says, gorgeous box of lusciousness. Safia says, that's lovely. Trisha says, I love leafy sea dragons, saw them in California. Brigitte says, that yarn is amazing and the add-ons are brilliant. Judy says, lovely gifts, Robert, because you're worth it. Oh, thank you. Safia says, oh, Mothy and Squid. Heart emoji. Linda says, wow, how gorgeous. Tricia says, Ida's house in Caterham sell those. That's the wrist ruler. Safia says, ah, clever. Brigitte says, you can say I sent you whatever you ordered. Thanks. I remember that in future. Tricia's posted the link to the wrist ruler. It is available in lots of other colours. And there was blue, pink, natural, but the only one that I could find was the dark. And actually I quite like the dark because then it doesn't really give away what's on it. So people then start asking questions, which is good. Brigitte says you could Swiss darn that are onto the jumper you're knitting, Robert. I could, Brigitte, but it's the wrong colour. The whole idea of Ron Weasley's jumper is it's maroon, and he hates maroon with the gold R for Gryffindor. So I will be making it in those colours. Linda says, R for Robert, how apt. Georgie says, love your Mothy and Squid yarn, and the wrist strap is a fab idea. So thank you for those lovely comments. I think what we should now do is look at Throwback Tuesday. And I have a cross stitch that I'm going to show you again today. So I'm just going to refresh the Gogglefrogs page, and then we will go through what's on there. Share your screen. Gogglefrogs, knit and natter. Here we go. So just remember, folks, all I can see is the Gogglefrogs Facebook page now. I can't see the chat box. So any chat we'll have to catch up on afterwards. So Linda, Throwback Tuesday 1996. My friend's little boy wanted Buzz Lightyear jumper. I drew it out on graph paper and then knitted this Intarsia jumper. Now, Linda, I'm kicking myself here because, one, I was a massive Buzz Lightyear fan, so this is a major blast from the past for me. And I worked in Woolworths the year they sold out of Buzz Lightyears. And then secondly, I'd seen this yesterday afternoon when you posted it, and then last night on a quiz, the question was, in what year was the first Toy Story released? And I guessed 2001, so it was completely wrong. There we go. Linda Ellis, Throwback Tuesday. This is a very interesting knit, knitted on the bias and started on the front corner. This is made in Twilly's Freedom Spirit 100% wool. It was very challenging knit and must have been done in 2007 when I was 3 stone heavier. It's too big now, but it's nice and snuggly and warm, and I still wear it. Wow, that's beautiful. So is that knitted on the each of the panels knitted on the diagonal? Because that's what it looks like. And if that is how it's done, then it's very, very clever. Brilliant. Well done. We talked yesterday about Very Pink. I've had a quick look this morning. Lots of videos, stitch ideas and patterns. Well worth a look. So I've posted the link in there. We also spoke yesterday about the Arnie and Carlos knit along, Hug Me Later. That's now available as a full pattern, and there is a link to their website there as well. Brigitte says, Throwback Tuesday. I found these in my Mootie's kitchen drawer before I left my childhood home for the last time nearly 3 years ago. I had made these little pot holder for her for Mother's Day in 1954. So last Sunday was 66 years ago. The cotton yarn was unbleached and didn't turn white until it was washed. Oh, wow. Oh, and what a lovely heirloom. And I do hope that you pass them on to your children to keep them in the family at some point. They're beautiful, Brigitte. Well done. Marion Dye, Throwback Tuesday. Two of the first things I ever crocheted, so between 30 and 40 years old. They are still in everyday use and both wash well. They're gorgeous blankets. Wow. Lovely colours. Well done, Marion. Deborah has posted, our house is filled with crochet and knitted blankets made by my mum, who passed away in 2017. We use them all the time. The granny square blanket must be at least 50 years old. Oh, what a lovely memento. Oh, gorgeous. Marion has posted the links to all of the knit alongs and crochet alongs on the knitting and crochet Facebook page, guild Facebook page, sorry. And then Rebecca has posted the latest one in there. Deborah has knitted one square so far from the Arnie and Carlos cow. That's that one there. Looks stunning. Very jealous. I wish I could do Intarsia and Fair Isle, and then I'd be able to do a lot more. Dawn has posted Stash Busting 101. Rule number 1: find a stash busting project. 2: get yarn out of stash. 3: realize you don't have all the colors to make the stash busting project. 4: order more yarn in order to complete the stash busting project. Number 5: repeat. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Dawn. Marion has asked for help with the Arnie and Carlos cow. Marion, if you haven't had the help that you need, please do message me. I have a double-sided printer, and I'll happily print the PDF or put it onto a PDF for you and print it double-sided if you'd like a hard copy. There is the video from yesterday, the long tail cast on. And then we go back into yesterday's posts. So thank you all very, 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 very much for those. And now I'll come back to the main page. Oh, no comments. Okay, I'm back. So please do feel free to post in the comments if you wish to. What else have I got to talk about? Oh, yes, I was going to show you my Throwback Thursday, wasn't I? So we moved here in 2005, and I met Gary in 1999. And in 2005, civil partnership came into force, and we picked the date. We picked the date that we met, so we were going to get civil partnered on the 22nd of March 2006. And so I decided that for my present to Gary that day, I would make this lovely little memento, because he loves Me to You bears. We have a whole collection of them, to and from each other. We have cards to and from each other. And so I made this one here. It was the second Me to You cross stitch that I did. The first one went to friends for their wedding the year before. But I really quite like this one because it was a single bear rather than a couple. And to me, it symbolizes me giving him my heart. The only thing I would say is the cross stitch instructions, absolutely fantastic. The back stitch though was just terrible and awful to do, and I don't know if you can see that, but I gave up on what the pattern said in the end and just did it completely freehand, which I think makes it 1, unique, and 2, more rustic, and 3, slightly more realistic than the pattern intended. So there we go. That's my Throwback Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Work in Progress Wednesday. Do show us all of your projects that are currently in progress, and post them on the Facebook page ready for tomorrow. Let's just have a quick catch up in the chat. So Marion says, all those beautiful items with such memories. And I think that's what I really love about Throwback Tuesday, is it is bringing up everybody's old patterns and memories, and it's nice to share. But please only share what you feel you're ready to share. I understand that sometimes it's difficult to look at a piece of work and it pricks too many emotions, so we don't want that. So please do just share what you're happy to share. Georgie says all the items are beautiful. Safi says really enjoy looking at everyone's old pieces, really lovely work. And then says, oh, cute. I think that was when I showed my picture. Georgie says, oh, Robert, that is gorgeous. I love Me to You Bears too. Just don't ever stitch one, Georgie. Absolute nightmare. Dawn says, gorgeous. Brigitte says, the Tatty Teddy is beautiful. They are not easy to do. Sally says, wow, that cross stitch is amazing. I love the way that it's framed. Yes, there's a bigger story behind the frame, but it is a very personal memory, so I'm not going to share. But I love the fact that it's the mirror, and it just shows your reflection in it at the same time. There we go. Right. So work in progress Wednesday tomorrow. I have a few projects that I'm working on. So we'll share, we'll post pictures of some of those. And then I've lost my train of thought. Just going to have a sip of drink. So let's talk about the future. Who knows what's going to happen over the next few weeks? With the announcements that happened Sunday and yesterday, everything is still very much up in the air. We will probably continue with Gogglefrogs as it is until 2 weeks, for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And then we might have to do some slight revisions in Bank Holiday Week and then beyond. But we will keep you up to date as and when we know. Good news that from tomorrow we can go out and exercise wherever we choose to, and we can meet one regular person to exercise with whilst maintaining social distancing. So quite looking forward to that as well. I hope you've all picked your exercising buddy, because I know I have. She doesn't know it yet, but I have. And I'll message her later. Yes, we are where we are. I don't think we're going to be moving forward in any particular hurry. And it's all just a bit at the moment, really, isn't it? But Gogglefrogs will be here Monday to Thursday and Saturday for as long as we can maintain it. Safia says, ha ha ha, old age kicking in now, Robert. Yes, definitely. I think it also doesn't help not having anybody on the screen to have a two-way conversation with either. And Dawn says it will still be just me and Maisie. Dawn, hopefully you will be able to go back to some of the places that you used to take Maisie to, because that's another thing they're doing, isn't it? Is they're opening up all the places that have been closed down for a while. So that'll be good. Brigitte says we are staying at home for the foreseeable weeks. And that's probably a very, very sensible thing to do, because they did reiterate that if you were in one of the vulnerable groups, you weren't to do anything until you were advised that it was safe to do so. Tricia says, thanks for this morning. Need to go and prepare for a Zoom meeting. Bye all. Bye, Tricia. Have a lovely day, whatever you're up to. Marion says we transferred our Welsh holiday to next June. Yes, that's probably the sensible thing to do. I'm supposed to be on 2 weeks holiday in July, and my company at the moment is saying that I still have to have those 2 weeks. But I'm hoping my boss will let me cancel 1 week of it. Gary needs to have a week off, so I'll be having a week off with him. And then hopefully we'll be able to move another week to later in the year when we can go somewhere. It'd be nice to rebook our cottage and get away for a bit. Linda says our daughter has just had confirmation that she will be moving into a new rented accommodation from the 1st of June. Oh, congratulations, Linda's daughter. I hope the move goes well. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? So tomorrow, sewing bee, and you didn't cut it afterwards. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, we try and have a bit of fun, and we talk about the show, and we have a bit of a laugh. And I do a bit of a piss take at the beginning about what happened during the show. So please do feel free to join. It's a different link event. I will repost the link in the Facebook pages today so that you can join us tomorrow. It's also on replay. So if 10 o'clock is too late for you, then please just, like we do with Gogglefrogs, you can catch up afterwards. Georgie says, I lost the photos of the first blanket I made. I gave it to my mum. I'm also still going to stay home and be careful. Safia says, could you send a replay of You Didn't Cut It as you didn't get last week's? Okay, so last week's You Didn't Cut It, Safia. Okay, we'll do, Safia. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I got my replay, so I assume that meant everybody got theirs. So I will resend that to you. What are you up to today, people? Let me know. I've got to pop out very shortly, and I am going to go to the chemist for Marion and bring your prescription around if that's okay. Then I'm going to Brigitte to pick something up from her to take to Georgie. And what else am I going to do? I need to be home for 1 o'clock. I have a fresh pie delivery coming today. Yum 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 yum. So that's coming between 1 and 2. So I need to be home for that. Then I've got to redo all my dinner plans so I can have pie as quickly as possible. And I love pie, in case you didn't know. And then I've got Gary's mum this afternoon at 3 o'clock, where we're going to watch the last episode of Lock and Key on Netflix. I will be then talking to her about what we're going to watch instead. Now, those of you who have Netflix, Lock and Key, absolutely fantastic, about this really old magical house where different keys do different things in real life, and there's a whole backstory behind it, and left on a very big cliffhanger as well, if I remember rightly. So currently watching that with Gary's mum, and then we'll decide what we're going to do for the next few days as well. So that's my day, I think. Yes, nothing booked in for tonight. I must just apologise, people. It is the second Tuesday of the month, and I do realise that would normally mean knit and tonic, but it completely flew past me until very late last night. So we won't be doing virtual knit and tonic this week. Let's get through to the back end of the week, so maybe Friday, and we'll make a decision about what happens next week. And if I can commit to it, then I will do it again next week. And for those of you that don't know what virtual knit and tonic is, we get together, we have drinkies, we try and knit, and conversation is just whatever you want to talk about, really. No set agenda. And the replay is not recorded, because if you're like me and you've had too many gins, then you wouldn't want to see it replayed ever again. There we go. Right, let's keep up with chat. Marion says yes, and you'll collect a book. Thank you very much. Really looking forward to that book. Safia says, today I am working and have an assignment to do. Really want to get some knitting done as well. I'm finding I have less and less time each day for knitting. So I now sit here for an hour in the morning and get no knitting done because of various techie bits that has to be done in the background. And then I get no knitting done with Gary's mum because I have to focus on her and the program as well. And she's also trying to knit and keeps asking lots of questions, so can't get anything done then. And then dinner, and then the day's just gone. And yeah, I'm struggling to kind of get any knitting done at the moment. So I might have to just say Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, get loads of houseworky stuff done, all of admin bits done. Friday is just a me day. That'd be nice for a change. Georgie says, yummy to the pies. Safia says, all pie. There's quiches coming as well. And I have a soft spot for quiches. So I've ordered 4 quiches in amongst the pies. Linda says, I'm now making masks for friends who work at a local school. They will be putting money in charity pot. So I have to make up some stock. Oh, really, really well done, Linda. And I do hope you raise lots and lots of money. You're doing an amazing job with all of your masks. Safia says, I really enjoyed Lock and Key. Dawn says, today doing indexing for history group. Actually, some real work coming at some point after 7 weeks of nothing. That will be a shock. I think we're all going to be in shock for those of us that need to go back to work at some point. I spend 2 hours a day in the car and 10 to 12 hour days. So that's going to come as a real shocker when I do have to go back to doing it. So hopefully they'll be nice and they'll go, Robert, have a phased return to work. Not. Georgie says, I'm going to try and finish Penelope, but first I have to do some housework. Georgie, yes, please do finish Penelope. We want to see Penelope, don't we, people? For those of you that don't know, Georgie's been working on Penelope the Bear, which is a Toft project, and she's gorgeous. And Georgie decided she was going to do her in the chunky yarn, which means that she's 3 times as big as she should have been. But she's going to look fantastic. So please, please, please do show us it when it's finished. I missed the name of the book you were talking about. What is it? Which book? I think we've mentioned a couple of books today. The Harry Potter Knitting Magic. We've mentioned the Cast on Bind Off book, which is coming tomorrow, so I should be able to show it to you on Thursday. And then we've Marion has a book that she was offering to give away on knitting techniques, and that's what I'm picking up today, so I could probably show you that tomorrow. And Safia says, the days are flying by. I'm struggling to find time to knit. I know that feeling, Safia. I really, really do. And I have quite a busy day tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get some knitting in somewhere amongst it all, as well as my ever continuing list of things to do for Gogglefrogs. On the subject of Gogglefrogs, Angela and I have been looking at merch because you've all been asking for it. Brigitte, I've not had the urge to clean the windows yet. Too busy knitting. No, I'm not doing windows either. I'm not doing weeding either. I don't mind cutting the grass, but I'm not weeding the beds. They're overrun. My solution would be just throw weed killer down, and if the plants die, they die. But Gary doesn't want to do that. Gogglefrogs, that was it. Merchandise. We are looking at cups and project bags. What would you like? Do you want cups and books? Cups and bags? Just bags? Just cups? Anything else that you'd like to see? Do you want to have a t-shirt on that says Gogglefrogs? Tell us, and we will see what we can do for you. Obviously, there are costs involved, though, so please do keep that in mind, because we can't just give it to you for love out of our own pockets. So please do bear in mind there will be costs involved. So Georgie says, thank you. It was the casting on and off binding book. Looking forward to seeing it tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow, Georgie, so I will show it on Thursday, if that's okay. Marion says mugs. Brigitte says mug and project bag. Linda says project bag, pin badge, and a t-shirt. Wow. hadn't thought about pin badges. So I'll put a note down here. Pin badges and t-shirts. Dawn says coasters. Bag and badges. T-shirt, please. Okay. Okay. I will see what I can do, and let you know when we've got prices, and then you can let us know what you think. Thank you very much for that. Oh yes, please. Pin badges and project bags. I know you like a project bag, Georgie. So yes, we will get on that. Brigitte says pin badge coaster as well. Linda says I collect knitting related pin badges and put them in my little project bag pencil case. So do I. I thought that was just a me thing. I've got this lovely bag that somebody made for me from salvages of material. It was brilliant. And then it's a nice deep bag. It's probably about that deep, 4 inches deep. Then down one side, I've just got lots of knitting badges. And Sally says pin badge may be constrained by limited number. Yeah, we'll see. Safia says, oh, it feels like we're part of a secret society. Brigitte says fridge magnet. Okay. Linda says, yay, Robert. Safia says, yes, I have lots of badges attached to bags as well. Okay. And Sally says, yay, secret society. Okay, right. Well, thank you for that. I will consult the boss, as she's called, and we will come back to you when we have some ideas of prices and costs and stuff. So thank you all for that. Okay. I'm just going to have another quick drink, if that's all right, because talking continuously for 50 minutes makes my mouth a bit dry. I'm sure I had something else I wanted to talk about. I thought I'd put everything together today. Maybe I haven't. Nope. I have a feeling I've forgotten something. Can't for the life of me think what I've forgotten. Never mind. So yesterday we spoke about music dedications. So please do send those across to me. You will remember, no doubt, the minute we finish, probably, in which case I'll write it down ready for tomorrow. So music dedications, please, if you would like a particular piece of music played for any reason, for yourself, for somebody else, then please just message me and let me know. And I'm more than happy to do that for you. Or I can just carry on picking them completely at random. I have tomorrow's music sorted, Thursday's music sorted, and Saturday's music sorted. So we're looking for next Monday onwards. So please, if there's a particular dedication that you'd like, or just something for you, please do get in touch and let me know. Just please bear in mind the videos have to come from YouTube and they have to be uncopyrighted, which I won't actually know until I go to put them in the system. So there is no guarantee, but I will do my absolute best for you. So message me through the Facebook page and or Facebook Messenger, or email if you have my email address, or text me if you have my number. Brigitte says you'll remember the second you switch off. I probably will. I absolutely will. Normally when I have to stand up and do an hour's worth of presenting, I have some flashcards or some notes or a script that I have to read. There we go. Not today. Completely on the fly. Linda says, well done, Robert. It can't be easy trying to entertain us all on your own. Dawn says, not sure about secret society. Female Masons have to expose their right arm, left breast, and knee. Okay. Okay. Right arm. There's my knee. You're not seeing my breast. I'm really sorry. There's only so much that I'm prepared to do for you. Thank you for that, Dawn. Safi is laughing. Brigitte says no breast views from me either. No, no offense, but I don't want to see any of your breasts either. No offense, not really my thing. There we go. Show them to your respective others. Dear, oh dear, dear. Sally says, whatever next. Linda says, thank goodness we're not Masons. We could come up with a secret handshake. That would be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? When we switch on in the morning, when we say good morning, it would be fun to have something that we all kind of do to say hello to each other. Safia says, thank you, Robert, you've done a great job. It's been a lovely morning. You're more than welcome. I'm glad that you've all enjoyed it. So we are very, very close to 11 o'clock. So if you don't mind, I will say tatty bye for now. Have a lovely day, whatever you're up to. Remember, folks, stay safe and stay at home if you can. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.